Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Snack. We do have a live tournament action coming at you tonight. It is going to be beginning here on MLG's Shakuris Plateau. Game number 1 for the evening is DeathWarrant versus Fail. It is a Protoss versus Terran. Now, this is a very, very small tournament tonight, but we are definitely going to have a decent time here going at it. Now, DeathWarrant, I do believe, is a Silver League player, and Fail, let's just check here and make sure what he is. So Fail is a bronze level player, and DeathWarrant is silver. So DeathWarrant may be a slight favorite here, but Fail probably will have just enough skill to give him a run for his money. That's for sure, especially in a best of 3. At this level of play, just about anything can happen. And we're going to be kicking this off. It looks as though Fail going to be our purple Terran player here in the top right-hand corner. In the top left, we do find DeathWarrant. He is our pink Protoss. And it is going to be a long walk here between bases. We'll see what DeathWarrant has got for us. Now, he came out, I think, last week and did fairly well. And I think he even played in our amateur tournament, which is for gold and platinum. And we do allow some silver level players to play in that one. And he did okay. I think he even took a couple of games off. So not bad player here in DeathWarrant. But I have not seen Fail play. He is new to the alt Starcraft tournament scene. At least I haven't seen him, but it's good to have him here now, that's for sure. And we'll try and have a little bit of fun tonight. I know there's a lot of other things going on out there, like BlizzCon and such, so I really appreciate people showing up for this, especially when there's so many other really big and cool things to be doing at this point. So thank you guys for coming out on the live stream, and thank the players for coming out as well. Let's take a look. We do what appears to be a fairly standard opener here by DeathWarrant. He is going to be blocking his gas, though, slightly. Notice that. Not too big of a deal there, it does not look like. Gas is going down here in pretty decent time. But it was a gateway first here from DeathWarrant. Now, Fail going for a fairly good, very standard build order here, I would say. He does have his barracks going down. And no gas quite yet, so not going to be going for any early Reapers or anything quite yet. There goes racks number 2, so is potentially going to be some 2 racks pressure. I don't know, actually this rack's a little bit early for that, so it may even be 3 racks pressure here off one base. We'll see if that's going to be the case. He is still producing SCVs, not cutting SCVs quite yet. Let's just check in on the units counter. Notice it is 16 probes to 15 SCVs. Looks as though Fail did cut probe or SCV production there for just a moment. There we go. There goes another one. There we go. So probably just a little bit of a misclick. We do have a couple Marines coming out on the field. Good scouting here. Notice that Fail did check this position first. He did scout this position, so he does not know that this being an MLG map, they cannot spawn in that close rush position. So did waste a little bit of scouting time there. But I think DeathWarrant doing about the same thing is going to go up and find his opponent now. Fail is cruising into his opponent's base as well. Notice the double gas here for DeathWarrant, so he probably is going to be going for a fairly heavy Stalker Sentry push potentially here, maybe off one base. We'll see if that's going to be the case, or he could just get a lot of sentries out and take an expansion here off one gateway. See what it's going to be. It could also be a 3-gate robo. All of those very viable options, so we'll check back in on him in just a moment. Notice it is 3 racks now for Fail. No gas yet, so he is just going to be massing Marines at this point. Now this can work definitely very, very well if he hits his timing correctly. But if DeathWarrant is allowed to get enough Stalkers and enough sentries out, and a couple Zealots as well, Fail is really going to have a difficult time making some serious Marine pressure stick, because the force fields will be able to split the army. Zealots happen to be extremely good against Marines once they're up in their face, as well as Stalkers. So it could be difficult, but it is not going to be super hard pressure. He is going to be going for his command center here, so going to be taking an expansion in very good time here. I'm liking the timing of that. It's fairly early, and he does have a good deal of Marines out at this point. Now notice that DeathWarrant did opt for a Stargate here. And it looks like 2 more gateways as well. He is working on that Cybercore research. However, he's probably going to be spending his chronos on the Void Ray. Where is he rallying this to? Okay, right there. Not bad. Not bad. And there goes the first Void Ray. Is going to be spending his chronos there as expected. Does have, looks like, enough energy for at least 1 more chrono here in just a moment. And yeah, this could be a very interesting play. Now, the nice thing is for Fail is he is going Mass Marine. Mass Marine is a pretty decent counter here to early Void Ray pressure. Those Marines is all you need really to take one of those suckers down out of the sky. Void Rays do not do tons of damage versus Marines. So, kind of interesting play. It looks like, oh wow, but he is going to be utilizing his Void Ray to warp in units on the high ground. Now, I'm liking this quite a bit from DeathWarrant. This is a nice play. So, it is going to come down to micro here from Fail. It looks like it is going to be go time here. Here come the Stalkers and one Zealot. And Fail going to be springing into action here in just a moment. Take an outlay of that, focusing down the Void Ray very, very quickly. And it looks as though he is going to clean this up very, very fast with his Mass Marine. Does not have to be kiting here. Go ahead and take out the Stalker. That is the best advice I can give you, brother. Go ahead and let that guy kite. It does not matter. He is going to die. So good stuff there. It looks as though we do have another Void Ray and probably an extra round of Warpins about to go down up here on the high ground. Yes, it is going to be Zealots. Now, Zealots, I think, a good choice here. Here come the Marines. These guys got to get back into position now to take out this other Void Ray. But here comes the main attack. We've got a decent number of units here from Fail. Oh, we do need to see some kiting here from Fail, though. Otherwise, he is going to take a lot of damage. Oh, losing a lot of units here. Oh, pulling probes here, not super effective, that's for sure. He really just needs to deal with this Void Ray. Oh, I think Fail may have just lost this game, ladies and gentlemen. This Void Ray now with free reign, going to be super difficult to deal with. And there it is, GG from Fail. So we'll be going into game number 2 here in just a moment. And we'll, don't alt tab. We'll see you guys there in just a moment. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Knack. We do have live tournament action coming at you right now. It is in our Novice tournament called Novice Arena for Alt Starcraft. And this is going to be tons of fun. We are in game 2 of this best of 3. It is the semi-final match right now. And it looks as though Fail taking on DeathWarrant here yet again. But Fail did lose game number 1. So definitely going to have some room to make up here. He's got to take down this next game. Otherwise, it is really, when it comes down to it, it's match point here for DeathWarrant. So all he has to do is win one more, and he will be advancing to the finals. But Fail got to go 2 games in a row now. Now, they did spawn in cross positions here on Tal'Darim Altar. DeathWarrant using some Void Rays in that last game. Very, very effectively used it to get some warp-ins in his opponent's main. Just very, very effective there. And Fail just did not quite have the micro, I think, to deal with that. I mean, he really had a decent force, but you cannot allow those Void Rays to get charged up. And so he really needed to focus down the Void Ray. We'll see if he's going to have just slightly better micro in game number 2. Notice that we do have a standard opener here from DeathWarrant so far. He does have his gateway going down and sending out a scout here fairly early. And it looks as though Fail... What did he build there? Oh, there he goes. There's the barracks. That's what we need to see. A little bit late on the barracks. Looks like he should be okay, but that's definitely going to put him slightly behind. And we'll see what he's got going for us here, though. Is going to be sending out his SCV scout in the meantime. Now, these 2 scouts are going to clap hands. High five on the way. Here in just a moment. Wait for it. Wait for... Oh, no, they're not. Never mind. They're going opposite sides, so they don't even see each other. Good stuff, but here comes the scout from DeathWarrant. He is going to get some intel here in just a moment. Notice that we do have barracks number 2 on the way for Fail. But 2 racks right now, and he is going for gas here, so slightly different opener from Fail at this point. Looks like he is going to go for a little bit more tech earlier on. I would think that getting Concussive Shell in this situation probably going to be his best bet. Concussive Shell tends to be very, very effective against Protoss, especially in the early game. So he does have his orbital command, though, on the way right now, so not too bad there. Let's check in on units tab. Notice that he is behind 1 unit now for the Harvester count, but not too bad. And it's partially because he's getting this command center. Ooh, probe is going to go down. Oh, wow. Probe is escaping with his life. Lucky, lucky Probe. He is going to go live to mine another day, and off he goes. Let's see, we do have Warp Gate tech going down for DeathWarrant at this point. Looks like another gateway going down. Not the same build. It doesn't appear to be going Stargate here again. There goes his second gas, though, so he is going to be potentially teching up here, but it does look like a one-base play at this point so far. But we'll see. It's going to come down to the next 30 seconds or so, whether or not he's going to put down more unit-producing structures or go ahead and go for an expansion. So we'll see what he's got going for us. Does have a stalker cruising out across the map here, going to gather some intel. And with a little bit of micro, he can really do a lot of damage to these Marines. And DeathWarrant actually showing a pretty decent amount of skill with his micro so far, so that's pretty good stuff. And he is coming in here for the battle. Good kiting there. Notice that kiting from the stalker actually working very, very well there. Now we've got a marauder out. That guy going to be brutalizing that stalker pretty stinking well. Looks like Fail not even going to lose one. Nice control there from Fail. Did you see him moving back his wounded unit there? Very, very good micro. I'm liking that quite a bit. You've noticed that a lot lately. Even in the lower leagues, we've got so many players just picking up on these tips and doing a phenomenal job. This game getting better and better and better the further we go in. And that's what I really like to see. It's what I love about the StarCraft 2 community. I mean, these guys are great players when it comes down to it. I mean, they just don't have some of those pro skills quite yet that will enable them to make it up into the higher leagues. But because this StarCraft 2 community is growing so much, we do see a phenomenal amount of skill even at the lower leagues. So it's kind of cool to see. We do have double tech labs here. Is going to be going for some Marines and Marauders, but no upgrades yet. We do need to see Fail going ahead and getting some more upgrades, but he does have his factory going down and going to be reactoring the factory. I'd like to see him switch this factory with a barracks. That would be smart, I think. Oh, killing. Got to keep control of your units there, Fail. Fail, you got to do something, man. Oh, painful. Okay, Fail, when you do watch this replay video, you have absolutely got to not let that happen. Do not put your units on hold position. Period. I mean, this is bad play. Okay, you can't do that. Especially if you're not going to react quickly when DeathWarrant comes in there and has got a stalker that outranges your Marines. Okay, you got to remember that the range on the Marines is only 5. The range on the stalkers is 6. Now your Marauders do have 6 range, so he can't do that little trick against Marauders. But keeping your units on hold position here, not a smart idea. Okay, you really got to consider that is hurting you here. You lost a lot of units there needlessly. And he only had to sacrifice 1 stalker to make that happen. Now we do see Fail going ahead and putting down a command center, and it appears that it is going to be robotics here for DeathWarrant, as well as, wow, a 3rd gateway. So 3-gate robo at this point. He is going to be moving out across the field here with double immortals, a goodly number of sentries, a couple stalkers, and plenty of zealots here. Now this is going to be difficult for Fail to hold off, I think, with this unit composition. He does have a decent amount of Marauders here, but it is not going to be enough. Now it's going to come down to A moves. Please do not put these guys on hold position here. Good job taking out one of those stalkers right away. Good force fields here from DeathWarrant. It looks as though he is going to clean this up very, very quickly. DeathWarrant now in phenomenal shape. Fail just does not have the unit composition that he needs. Notice he's floating a lot of minerals here. Of course, DeathWarrant actually floating more, but he did a great job building these units. Let's check in on the units counting tab for just a moment. Notice that DeathWarrant has a rockin' economy. Fail not too far behind. That mule does make up a lot of difference there, but still need to be careful of that. Now he did get Vikings out, which are absolutely not going to help him here. I mean, it is what it is. I think what you got to do, Fail, is you got to get good scouting in. You need to and build only units that essentially counter what your opponent's going here. And with this immortal build, you just either need to go a big bile ball very, very fast, or you need to be putting down some bunkers for defense. So, but there's the GG from Fail. It was nicely played there from DeathWarrant, that's for sure. And I think Fail, though, there's just a couple things that you need to learn. We're going to be giving you some training here just a little bit later this evening. So hold your horses for that, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be headed into the finals here in just a bit.